Azerbaijan, which has been declared a democratic state, has been ruled by the Aliyev clan since the immemorial times. From Haydar to Ilham Aliyev, they are a vivid example of dynastic power. Back in Soviet times in 1969, Aliyev was appointed first secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Azerbaijan. Haydar Aliyev held that position until November of 1982, after which he was appointed deputy chairman of the Supreme Council of the USSR. Aliyev's quick rise to power gets prevented when Mikhail Gorbachev comes to power. It has been said that Gorbachev's perestroika did not like the father Aliyev. It turns out that by the second half of the 1980s, Aliyev's Soviet career was already over. He had to return to Azerbaijan and became the leader of Nakhichevan. Aliyev's comeback of 1993 as president of Azerbaijan was one of the exceptional cases when one of the influential figures of the communist regime came to power in the former Soviet Union. Aliyev made excellent use of propaganda methods in order to emphasize his uniqueness. He ruled Azerbaijan until his death in 2003, then passing the throne to Ilham Aliyev. From that year on, Aliyev's fortune started growing slowly but steadily, reaching $500 million. During the one-century history of Azerbaijan, the driving force of that country's economy was oil exclusively. Vectors of the economic model formed in that country, in their turn, are aimed at welfare of the famous families and the elite that serves them. The wealth of the ruling families, Aliyevs and Pashayevs, has grown and continues to grow with geometric series. Aliyev Jr. concentrated all of the country's oil and banking resources, transferring all proceeds to the offshore areas of Panama and the Virgin Islands. The British Guardian writes that the law firm Child & Child, which helped Ilham Aliyev's two daughters set up an offshore company in the Virgin Islands, may stand before a court in the UK Chamber of Advocates over many shortcomings and suspicions, including not noticing the danger of significant money laundering. If these allegations are proven, Khalid Sharif, the head of the law firm, will be fired. In 2013, the German Süddeutsche Zeitung managed to obtain a secret document from the Mossack Fonseca, according to which the Azerbaijani ruling family is the first one among the 12 countries involved in financial fraud. This information also caused a stir in Azerbaijan, but it was immediately stopped as a result of the arrest of journalists and human rights activists. Aliyev's daughters own construction companies in Azerbaijan alone, with assets exceeding $5 billion. The mining industry is also in the hands of Aliyev's daughters, who mercilessly exploit ordinary citizens, often refusing to even pay their salaries. Leyla and Arzu own a property in the center of London, in a newly constructed building at 199 Knightsbridge, where apartment prices reach tens of millions of dollars. Aliyevs are firmly established, especially in Dubai. Not only Leyla and Arzun, but also Haydar Jr. have real estate here. According to the Washington Post, in 2011, the president's underage son became the owner of 9 luxury mansions in Dubai, the total amount of which was $44 million. According to some Azeri journalists, Leyla and Arzu own the Azerphone telephone communication company. At the top of the financial pyramid of Aliyev's children is Haydar Aliyev Jr. In 2012, CNBC aired a film titled Filthy Rich, which tells the story of corrupt families in oil-rich countries, including the Aliyevs. In the Corruption Perceptions Index compiled by the Transparency International in 2015, Azerbaijan ranked 119 among 168 countries. Azerbaijan is considered as one of the most important centers of oil production in the world. The Caspian Sea has huge oil reserves, which Azerbaijan shares with Russia, Kazakhstan, Iran, and Turkmenistan, which are comparable to the North Sea oil reserves. On February 3, 2004, presidents of Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Turkey signed documents on financing Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan project in Baku. The Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline was opened on July 13, 2006. Aliyev calling it the deal of the century. Later, stocks and shares of Azerbaijan increased from the initial 11 to 25%. On October 30, 2017, the opening ceremony of the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars railway took place in Azerbaijan with participation of the presidents of Turkey, Azerbaijan, the prime ministers of Georgia, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan. Historical event. This was the definition given to the opening of this railway. Erdogan, in his turn, described it as a guarantee of stability and security in the region. Along with all these projects as well as due to them, Azerbaijan is launching an unprecedented military race. In the military industry, cooperating with Turkey, Israel, Russia, the United States, Pakistan, Ukraine, Belarus, Azerbaijan imports a variety of armaments, specialists, and other attributes necessary for the military industry. At the same time, billions of dollars worth of super-modern weapons are being bought, mostly of an offensive nature. The most famous weapon of Azerbaijani production is the sniper rifle called Istiklal, which was created jointly with Turkish specialists. In 2008, this weapon was presented at a military industry exhibition in Pakistan. Work is being carried out in Azerbaijan to enrich the military industry with nanotechnological innovations. However, despite Azerbaijan's military expenditures and the implementation of the above-mentioned regional projects, the population of Azerbaijan outside the Aliyev clan lives in a parallel reality. Thus, according to the International Monetary Fund, GDP in Azerbaijan in 2019 amounted to $4,690 per capita. It is noteworthy that the GDP per capita of Armenia, which has been under blockade for decades and was left out of all regional projects, is $4,530. Azerbaijan's foreign debt as of December 2019 amounted to more than $9 billion.